What if I told you that the only real difference between you and the top 1% isn't money, but mindset? Because the truth is, you can be broke financially and still think like the wealthiest, most successful individuals in the world. And if you start doing that today, everything about your life will begin to change long before you see your first million. Let us get one thing straight. The top 1% didn't get to where they are by luck, talent, or privilege alone. Sure, those things can help, but they're not the foundation. So the foundation is how they think, how they make decisions, how they view time, opportunity, and struggle. So the real question is, are you willing to train your mind like they do? Because if you are, you won't stay broke forever. Let's break it down. The top 1% think long-term, while everyone else chases instant gratification. The average person wants to feel good now. They'll trade tomorrow for today. They'll take the donut over discipline, the party over preparation, the quick cash over the long-term investment. But the top 1% don't think like that. They're playing a longer game. They invest their time, energy, and money in things that won't pay off today, but will multiply later. They're okay looking foolish now to look brilliant later. They're okay making sacrifices today so their future self can live in freedom. So even if you're broke, you can adopt this mindset right now. Ask yourself daily, is this choice feeding my future or stealing from it? Delay pleasure. Embrace discomfort. Build something you won't regret. They don't blame. They take radical responsibility, broke thinkers say. I can't succeed because of where I was born, what my parents didn't give me, what the system is doing. Top 1% thinkers say, my life is my fault. Even if I didn't cause the problem, it's my responsibility to fix it. That shift is powerful. Because once you take full ownership, you stop waiting to be rescued. You stop complaining. You start building. You stop looking for someone to save you, and you become the person who changes your own story. Radical responsibility doesn't mean everything is your fault. It means you are powerful enough to respond in a way that creates progress. Start owning everything. It's the mindset of the elite. They value time more than money. Poor thinking trades time for money. Clock in, clock out. Do the minimum. Collect the paycheck. Rich thinking invests time to build systems, acquire skills, or develop assets that will create money even while they sleep. If you value time, you start thinking, how can I create something once that works for me forever? Even when you're broke, you can start building that mindset. Learn high-income skills. Build digital assets. Read instead of scrolling. Record your ideas. Study how wealth is created, because every minute spent growing is a deposit into your future. You can always get money back. You'll never get your time back. Top 1% know this. Do you? They think in terms of leverage. The average person thinks effort equals success. Work more hours, get more pay? The top 1% thinks smarter. They use leverage. Leverage is using tools, systems, people, or platforms to multiply your results. They ask, how can I achieve 10x results with the same amount of effort? A broke person might mow lawns for $20 an hour. A top 1% thinker might teach others how to start a landscaping business and earn from every student. This is the difference between trading hours and creating value at scale. Even if you're broke, start asking, what can I build once and use again and again? That mindset alone separates you from 99% of people. They surround themselves with growth-oriented people. Your environment is either stretching you or shrinking you. Top 1% thinkers don't spend time with complainers, gossipers, or victims. They don't let negativity infect their goals. They curate their circle with intention. They surround themselves with doers, learners, builders. And you don't have to be rich to do this. You can choose who you follow online. You can join free communities. You can study interviews with high performers. One of the fastest ways to upgrade your mindset is to upgrade your influences. You become who you hang around. If your circle isn't talking about ideas, strategy, and self-growth, you're not in a circle, you're in a cage. They use failure as data, not identity to most people. Failure means I'm not good enough. To the top 1%, failure is feedback. It's part of the process. It's necessary. It's data. They don't let a bad outcome define their identity. They analyze it. They ask, what can I learn? How can I adjust? Because the truth is, you only fail when you quit. Everything else is education. This is especially important when you're broke, because you'll make mistakes. you'll get rejected. You'll get discouraged. But if you keep moving, learning, adapting, you'll rise. They obsess over habits, not motivation. The top 1% don't rely on motivation. They don't need to feel like it. They build systems, routines, discipline. They understand that small actions done consistently beat bursts of motivation every time. Even if you're broke, you can control your habits. Wake up early, read every day, exercise, meditate, plan your day, track your time, practice gratitude. These things cost nothing but change everything. Your habits today shape your identity tomorrow. Success isn't a feeling, it's a formula. They are relentless about personal growth. Average thinkers think they already know enough. Top 1% thinkers are always learning. They read books, listen to podcasts, hire coaches, take courses, reflect deeply, because they know your income will never exceed your level of personal development. So the real question is, how often are you investing in your mind? Even if you're broke, there are thousands of free resources online. The only cost is time and focus. Read 30 minutes a day, take notes, apply one new insight daily. If you grow 1% a day, you'll be unrecognizable in a year. They think in terms of value, not effort. Most people ask, how much do I get paid for doing this? The top 1% ask, how much value am I creating? Because when you create massive value, the money always follows. Instead of looking for what pays the most right now, look for how you can help the most people in the biggest way. Money is a reflection of value delivered. Start thinking like a problem solver, not a task doer. Find needs, meet them better than anyone else. That's how wealth is created. They play offense, not defense. Most people live in survival mode, trying not to lose, trying not to fail, trying not to fall behind. The top 1% live in creation mode. They focus on growth, opportunity, possibility. They don't wait for the perfect time. They take action. They move forward. They live by design, not by default. Even if you're broke, start playing offense. Take initiative. Launch something. Ask bold questions. Apply for that position. Build that brand. Share that idea. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for the stars to align, because momentum favors the bold. Final words. You may not have money yet. You may not have connections. You may not have privilege. But if you master your mindset, truly think like the top 1%, you'll begin to attract the opportunities, skills, and relationships that build wealth. You'll stop thinking like a victim. You'll stop living in fear. You'll stop waiting for someone else to change your life. You'll start living with clarity, discipline, and purpose. This isn't just about money, it's about living at your highest potential. So think like the 1%. Even if you're broke, act like the 1%. Even if no one believes in you yet, live like the 1%. Even when the results haven't caught up, because mindset always comes before the breakthrough. And if you stay consistent long enough, one day you'll realize you're not just thinking like the top 1%, you've become one of them.